college baseball season will get underway this week. My name is Michella Chester, and I will be coming out with my Power 10 rankings every Monday of this season. These are supposed to be fun, so let's talk teams in the comments, argue about the order, all that good stuff. We should be in store for a great season. All right, let's get going. I have Wake Forest like pretty much everyone else at number 1. Despite losing Rhett Lauder and Brock Wilken, this team is still loaded with talent up and down. They return Josh Hartle and Nick Kurtz, bring in star Tennessee transfer Chase Burns and Team USA's Seaver King. And Michael Massey, another highly ranked draft prospect, should round out that pitching staff. And this team has 3 ace-level starting pitchers. At 2, I've got Florida, the national runner-ups last year. They bring back Jack Caglione as a two-way star and power bat who had 33 homers last season. And they've got so much power in the lineup with the return of Luke Heyman and Cade Curlin and the additions of sophomores Colby Shelton, who had 25 homers last year, and Brody Donay from Virginia Tech. At 3, I've got Arkansas, who could have the best pitching staff in the country this season, led by Hagen Smith, who could be this year's top pitcher in the country. Kendall Diggs returns too to highlight a really powerful lineup. At number 4, LSU and TCU felt pretty interchangeable for me, but I'm going to give it to TCU here right out of the gates just because LSU lost Paul Skeens and Dylan Cruz, the top 2 picks in the draft last season. TCU has Anthony Silva back, who should be set to have a great year, and they've got a really well-rounded pitching staff as well. LSU, coming off of that national championship, could very well be in contention for it again with Tommy White back at 3rd, and then some big transfers. Mac Bingham from Arizona and Alabama transfer Luke Holman, who has high expectations on the mound. Next, I've got Oregon State, highlighted by Travis Bazzana. The left-hander can take over a game and is one of the top-ranked players in the country. This lineup is loaded too and pretty consistent with power numbers in the middle of the order. Vandy checks in at number 7 with some serious pitching depth headed into this season, led by Carter Holton. At 8, I've got Texas A&M here. On paper, this looks to be a dangerous lineup, but they've got a lot of new faces. Freshman starters, 4 transfers in the projected lineup, headlined by Braden Montgomery, who hit over 330 last season with 17 homers at Stanford. At 9, Tennessee. The Volunteers don't have as strong of a rotation as years past, but they've still got Friday starter Drew Beam. This lineup has a ton of power too, with the return of Christian Moore and Blake Burke and the addition of 2 key transfers as well. And finally, Clemson checks in at number 10 with Will Taylor and Cam Cannarella. Clemson has one of the most dynamic outfield combinations in the country. The success of this pitching staff, though, will largely determine how the Tigers perform this season. That's my preseason Power 10. Let me know your thoughts and how you would rank the top 10 teams in the country in the comments.